Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy and we're gonna get straight into our explosive penny stock watch list. We're gonna start off the day today here with TSNP. And so there is no more TSNP. Currently, we are using the ticker TSNPD as a trading in the short term. And so what happened here, we had a reverse stock split, 1-to-4 ratio. So those of you who don't know what happens, whatever your average cost now is, multiply that by 4. And then whatever your share count is, divide that by 4, and so you will get exactly what you're holding. And so in the case of TSNP right now on TradingView, we don't have the updated ticker today, so I'm going to use my phone and I'm going to just kind of go over the price action today we had based on the values I have. So we closed out today at $4.83, and so that would be equivalent to $4.83 divided by 4. So we closed out the day today here at $1.20. And so if we look at our chart here on TSNP, that would bring us about here 20. And so you guys can see we are above now our triangle pattern here. So today we had an extremely bullish day. And so until they update this, we're just going to kind of manually do this. And so our chart is still the same here on TSNP. Remember, nothing really changes here. Just you get less shares, same value. And those of you who are concerned about your potential gains in this stock, there should be nothing to worry about, because if the stock goes up $1 now, that is equivalent to what would have been TSNP going up 25 cents. So it's not like if this goes up $1, you would have made more money if they didn't do the reverse split. It's all adjusted and everything is accounted for in a reverse split. And so this is actually a very bullish thing to happen. The ultimate goal here for Humble is to uplist onto the NASDAQ, and there are certain requirements that need to be met for that to happen. Overall, we had actually very nice price action today. We were up over 30% today here on Humble stock. And so Humble will officially become Humble on March 26th, 2021. So that is a very fantastic thing. And so this video is being recorded at the exact same time that Humble is having a conference call right now. So all the information on that conference call will not be in this video. And so if there are any things that are very interesting in that conference call, I will be going over that tomorrow in tomorrow's video after I go over the conference call a little bit later on in the day. But I just wanted to go over what we saw. Some of you guys may be confused about the reverse split, about how you are affected with your shares. And so don't be alarmed. Nothing changes for you. Everything is accounted for. This is a very great thing happening for Humble, and we should get onto the NASDAQ a lot sooner than later now that we have done this split. So solid day overall today. Usually after reverse split, stocks tend to go down. This one went up. Second stock of the day, we're looking at SNDL on the 30-minute time frame. So we're only down 2.92%. Nothing crazy on the charts. We are above a major level of support, but we are under a Fibonacci level of resistance. So we need to see a little bit more movement here to get a better sense of direction, but it does seem like we are starting to bottom. If I pull this out onto the daily time frame, our RSI is now at a 49, so we are starting to cool off, which is a great sign to see here for SNDL. Next stock of the day, we're looking at IGEN. You guys know I've been buying this stock crazy, and so we're looking at it on the daily time frame. We were down almost 18%, and we actually had a very tough close today. I really wanted IGEN to close above this point right here at around 16 cents. I did believe if he held that, our handle was still intact. But because we did break down this point, I am not bearish on this stock, but I do believe we might use this level as a line of support here at around 0.013. And so that will be my final line of support here on IGEN before our uptrend starts to break down. I do believe because there was a settlement date in February that was supposed to happen here for IGEN, there was this anticipatory run and we did not get any news today. And so that was unfortunate for shareholders, but overall the long-term fundamentals for this stock are all very bullish. We have deals here with Nissan, Ford, T-Mobile, and those have been happening very recently. And so a lot of you may not even know IGN, so I actually might make a video on this over the weekend so you guys have a better understanding of why I am bullish on this, both on a technical and a fundamental level. And so today was a tough close, so let's look for a level of support here on our uptrend, and I will be there to buy up more shares. So I've been buying the last 4 days here on IGEN, this entire drop, anticipating the cup and handle. And so right now you could call me a bag holder, but I will continue to hold this one because I do think in the short term we have a price target still here of around 0.038. And so because we closed below 16 cents, the handle might have been broken and our cup and handle may not be the pattern we're looking at right now. And so we are watching this level of support. And the reason why I say that now is because if we look at our RSI right here, since the bottom here on IGEN in the short term, we have kind of been using this level of support right here. You can see we interacted with it here, we interacted with it here, and we interacted obviously at the bottom. And so if we're looking at our RSI, we would love to see a nice back test here on our level of support, which would also bring our RSI here down to 50. And why that is a good thing is because our RSI has cooled down, it does give us more room to the upside. And so we may not hit this level of support, but that would make sense if we do, because now that we have broken our handle setup, we do have some room here to the downside until we touch this level of support. And so when we get to this point right here, I will be going crazy with my buying. And so I'm going to just wait and watch until we reach that point. Next stock of the day, we're looking at high tide on the 30-minute time frame. So we're up only 2.67% today, but this is one of the few cannabis plays that are profitable, should be reporting earnings. They are very active on social media, which is a good sign to see for me. We are holding a nice level of support here. And so these type of patterns usually play out in the following. So we always get two little peaks here, and then we get a nice little consolidation period, and then we finally make our way up. And so if I go back in history and I show you guys an example of what I'm talking about right here, let's go to TSNP. TSNP, when we had our initial run here up to about 25 cents, you can see we had one peak, two peak, we broke down, and then we kind of just consolidated right here. This were really nice buying opportunities, very nice, until we actually saw that crazy run up. And so if we're looking at high tide right now, I do see a similar kind of setup happening here where we had two little peaks here, and now we are going to continue to kind of just trade sideways, go up a little bit, and then eventually break out above here at some point. So that is kind of my opinion here on high tide. I like the way it's kind of consolidating in this range, which is very solid. So today we're up 2.67%. Next stock of the day, we're looking at Social Life Network. And so I had to update the chart here. We're down 1.95%, but we are no longer on that steep uptrend. We are on a less steep uptrend, and our level of support right now is here at about 0.015. And so we did get a quick little back test here of it today, but we didn't get anything significant in terms of a back test. We had a slight little bounce and interaction, but you could see when we did kind of just bounce right back up. So why is this our new line of support? You can see that we treated it as resistance right here as well as right here. So now we are going to treat this level of support, and I think this would be a very nice opportunity to get into Social Life Network. Next stock of the day, we're looking at HCMC. So we got crushed today 30%, but I actually did end up buying here on this level of support. Reason why is because this was a nice opportunity in my opinion. We were seeing an RSI that was starting to get oversold. We are holding a level of support that used to be a level of resistance on HCMC. And so we've actually had a lot of selling the last couple of days. And so my play here is a potential dead cat bounce or a sympathy bounce, however you guys want to call it, for Monday. If I pull this out here onto the daily time frame, you can just kind of see the RSI absolutely going down. Now we're at a RSI 43. We have a slight gap to fill to the upside here at around 0.002. Another reason why I bought today is you could just kind of see how we closed out. This is a very solid hammer, and so anytime you get a candle with this type of formation, it does indicate a potential reversal on the horizon. And so if I kind of just look at the recent performance of this stock, a lot of red days, not too many green days. We do need to see a bounce, and now that we are on support and we did see this hammer and a gap to fill, I do think Monday is a very nice time for this one to go up, and that's why I got in today for a nice little swing play here on HCMC. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ACDC on the 30-minute time frame. Absolutely phenomenal day here, up 2.06, but the biggest thing here, we filled our gap to the downside, we back tested support, and then we had great buying volume come in just to clear us up off this line of support. I did mention we wanted to fill this gap to the downside sooner rather than later, and that's what we did here on ACDC. So I do see now stronger and better moves in the future here for extreme vehicle batteries. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ASTI on the 30-minute time frame. And so terrible day today, absolutely terrible. We were not only down 10.83%, but we did not hold our level of support. So that was a very tough scene here to see on ASTI. And now we are absolutely bearish here on Ascend Solar Technologies until we potentially get a back test here of our 50 SMA. And so right now, stay away from this stock. The stock is not looking good. We are breaking levels of support day in, day out on ASTI. The market was a little bit shaky today, so you can kind of account for that type of move in ASTI, but still we would like to see movement back into this area. Otherwise, we should see a back test of our 50 SMA. Next stock of the day, we're looking at HYSR on the 30-minute time frame. So we're up only 1% today, and if I kind of just look here, could seem like a double bottom here has occurred at around 11 cents, which is a very bullish sign here on HYSR. And so anytime you get a double bottom, that does lead to a reversal, and it does look like that is kind of what is starting to develop here on HYSR. If I go onto the daily time frame just to look at the RSI, we have an RSI of 37, so we are near the oversold area. And so right now would not be the worst time here to get into HYSR for a swing play. And so it does look like we have more upside potential here than downside at the current level. So solid day here for HYSR, potential double bottom, up 1.64%. Next stock of the day, we're looking at FERN Corp on the 30-minute time frame. And so you traded very well until our level of resistance. You can see we got rejected at our level, came all the way down to our 50 SMA, but we did close above our level. So right now we are still kind of waiting for FERN to break above this line of resistance. You could tell it wants to do it. It's just not getting that type of volume at these levels that we need to get it past this point, because we have been holding our 50 SMA very nicely for this entire run up, but now we really need to break this point. I do think the more times we hit this, the harder the run up is going to be. So keep this one very close on your radar, because this is a level that after it breaks should see a nice little run up. Next stock of the day, we're looking at MJNA on the 30-minute time frame. So medical marijuana was down 6.1% today, and it does seem like we are starting to bottom on this stock. We are still above our level of support, and so we could potentially be forming that nice little cup. And so I do think right now is a very nice time to be getting into this stock. If you kind of look at the overall index, we did see Amazon close above a very significant point, which is bullish for the next week. And if I kind of pull this out here onto the daily time frame, I do want to mention that our volume has started to go down. It does signal a bottom here on MJNA. Solid day. Last stock of the day, we're looking at SPLIF on the 30-minute time frame. So nutritional high got absolutely crushed today, down 14.14%. We broke down from our level of support here on our uptrend, but that is not a bad thing, because that does give us a very nice opportunity here to buy in on this stock. So we could see we have back tested our 200-day SMA and our 50-day SMA. And so why this is so significant is because you can already see that our 50 SMA wants to break above our 200-day SMA. And now at this point, we could 100% get rejected here and come back down. But if we get a nice little bounce here on SPLIF, I do think we'll have a lot more upside. We should get a back test of this uptrend line right here. And so that would be a really nice opportunity for a swing play to make a little bit of money. And so that's kind of what I'm watching for on Monday, to see if we can kind of hold this. If we dip down and back test this level of 100, I will definitely be buying in here. And so that is kind of how I'm playing SPLIF tier. Down today, got absolutely crushed. There you guys have it. That's our quick little update on all the penny stocks that we are watching. We had a very rocky week here in the market, but if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on that road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit the subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.